All right, it's going live. All right, bro. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Blaze Hunter Night Wonder. Oh, you see, we both got our music IQs on, right? We both got our music IQs on.
Got to, bro.
Yeah, bro. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Hey, man, hungry. So
Hell
y'all
yeah.
understand while we get into this, I'm gonna be eating. Don't worry about me.
And Mickey D's live stream, right?
Hey, look, they have to know all that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the whole drive.
Bro, you can see the window in the corner.
I should have hit the blurry. I should have hit the blurry background.
Yo.
But yo, man, let them know what we're here for, bro.
All right, man. Everybody knows about the Katt Williams, Shannon Sharpe interview, bro. Katt Williams was dropping bomb after bomb after bomb. A lot of things that people did not want to be said were said, but there is a lot of questions about what is all true. I mean, you can't take everybody's word for 100%, anybody's word for 100%. And I really want to do this with you, Blaze, because you know a lot about the secrets of the industry, and you'll be able to speak on those things a lot more. And I got my opinions on Shannon Sharpe, the way he handled that, but let's get into it, man.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let me just get this up.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all pay attention to our content too. Y'all know we got that conversation with character. We also got welcome to the joke bar.
All right. Share the screen. We almost there, y'all.
Yeah, almost there, y'all. Wow, let me go ahead and show some love to a sponsor.
All right, is it up?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen now. I think you just got to approve it.
Oh, I know how. Hold up. You know, I'm doing it from the phone, so I gotta. You did it?
It should be running, yeah.
Can I see? Oh, there it is. Gotcha.
This is the reckoning. 2024.
All
my life.
I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay. A career icon.
You are magnificent at intros, and you did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Very nice.
You know, anytime you come to Club Shay Shay, we have to toast.
Yes.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top two. You're one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
See, Shannon Sharpe already nervous, bro.
Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah. This particular alcohol.
All right, yeah. He likes the rum. He likes the cognac. Okay.
He's a cognac.
Well, as a comedian, either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself, or straight up and down alcoholics like 60% of Hollywood.
That's the first bomb. I mean, that's just
thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very, very busy, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule and stop in today, we really, really appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Kat.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got things to sell, so let me come talk. You have a great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guests. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them, how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And
I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised he started like that after watching it through, because he went in on him, but for not going, like, researching the guests and knowing what he should have known about the guests.
The reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
that. And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike. And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he... What? So Ricky Smiley knows this. And I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying.
So hold up, Blaze, like that right there. Like in Hollywood, they switch roles and they really do. Like there's stories that are created about the actual actors that are not true, right?
Yes, big time. Big time. I've known it. I've known some people personally that have gone through it. What's crazy is my boy Omar Leslie, shout out to Omar Leslie, he was in a movie called Treasures in the Hood that came out a little bit after Friday After Next. Katt Williams was in it in that movie as well. And he played this, he played a street preacher, but he was a street preacher, so he was like, he had a line in there like, I used to be out there. I wasn't always in the church. He thought I was pimping hoes, slamming. I don't like those. But even the people on that set, Chris Tucker's brother, Dexter Tucker, was on that set. And, asking simple questions like, why are you, big in more Hollywood like your brother, da, 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 da. And these same things. He's like, oh, no. See, that's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level right there, bro. He's like, I'll take this little money. I'll be away from that. And yeah, because that same thing. People talk about you, they add things to your narrative. He saw them doing it to Chris. So he was like, nah, I'm good.
Yep. Yeah, I talked to Nathaniel the Great, and he told me stories about like there's actual like parts of the contract that you sell your soul in. Like it actually talks about like spirituality in the contracts.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I had a situation, I ain't saying no names because I don't need y'all coming after me. But we had a whole thing. We're gonna do a song with this individual, do the off air, ask me about it, I'll give you the name. But we had a whole thing getting ready to happen. Went to the meeting. It's like, all right, right before we do this, let's get the business. We were at a long table, a whole bunch of guys with suits. The dude that was presenting the contract, every time I saw him, he always casual dressed. That day he was in a suit. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I feel like I'm not dressed for the part. But he put the contract down. So before we get to this, we're going to go to this first. Literally, first line, sign your allegiance to their meaning. So I thought they was joking. So I was, yeah, bro, y'all stupid. Nobody laughed.
What?
I'm like, oh, y'all serious? Dude is like, oh, dude, you're a part of it anyway. You just don't know it. You're just not getting paid. Like, think about the song titles. So he started going down some of my song titles at the time. And he was like, our agenda is to pollute the minds, the young minds, and the masses. So we do that through music. You have a song called "Put It in Your Life." That song is talking about, putting that sex, this, in that girl's life. You have another one called "She Knows She Bad." Hey, bad ain't good. You got another song.
Wow.
You have another song called "Never Going Home," your third single. Most Christians identify home as heaven. You're saying you want to stay at the party, you never want to go home. So I'm snapping, flipping the table, left, but as I'm leaving and I'm on the road, I'm like, damn, he was absolutely right. I'm feeding into the agenda, which is why I don't do club music no more, and I don't do songs about those type of things. At the time, I was at a point where I wasn't going out to the club and living that life anyways. So I just stopped their agenda.
That's crazy, bro. That's so interesting that they found the words, like you were putting them in subconsciously and didn't even know it, but that's what they do. Like they wanted you because you were doing that.
Exactly.
God damn.
Yeah, bro.
All right, let's go.
And that's why people believe in rituals right there. Is because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy.
Right.
Where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped.
That's some real shit right there.
So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them.
Want to become an amazing content creator? You should use motion arrays, templates, motion graphics, presets,
That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then he was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry came.
What are your thoughts on that?
So number one, it's definitely petty. It's extremely petty. I personally don't believe that he has that in the contract.
Right. That's what those are the things that just seem like reaches, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's possible. I've heard certain people have certain clauses in their contract, and if somebody wants that actor bad enough, they would do it. So
I don't understand, if he's so against men being in dresses for the sake of entertainment or whatever, why would he require a man to be in a dress? Like, it just that seemed real hypocritical to me.
Yeah, but I think it was more of this is what this is what you're comfortable in, and blah blah blah, and that's what it's gonna be.
Right. I mean, it was a good explanation. I'm not gonna lie. He had a solid explanation for it. He did.
He did. But yeah, I'm the same way with that. I'm like, a negative with a negative don't equal a positive.
Exactly.
Can't play a man to save their life.
They
play good women, and
Shannon Sharp scared to death. Shannon is horrified. He don't know what he got himself into.
Bro, for real, like the whole time he's just he keeps trying to like go back to the original questions that he was on, but really for me, if that were me and someone ready to drop bombs like that, I'd have thrown my damn list of questions out and just been like, let's go. Let me hear it all.
But I understand. So Shannon is like, man, I know I got sponsors.
And he's on Good Morning America and all that, so he's got an image.
He's like, oh man, I'm about to leave. Like in the second half of the show, because he also talked about Martin, where Martin Lawrence, he told Katt, I'm going on a hiatus, but the next time I do my movie, the next movie I do, let me and you do a buddy cop movie. I need you to be my number 2. Katt Williams was like, my brother, I got you.
Yep.
Yeah. He said when Martin came back, he said, why did I look at the script from Big Mama's house? He was like, I'm trying to wear a dress. And the whole time he talked, I said, it started like, man, I hope I got a show after this. So yeah, he's terrified.
I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV?
So this right here, it's crazy. I meant to send you this link so you could be able to pull it up for proof. So Katt Williams did a thing on comedy where he was sitting on the chair. He's doing the thing like playing his music in the car. Had to turn it down a little bit. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Cedric did the same thing, but instead he switched it where he was like, "Oh, I'm in he was like, black people, of course we want to ride a spaceship. We want a space too. It was like spaceships like Cadillacs." And then he pretty much did the same thing, sat in the seat, turned the radio. He literally did the exact same thing. So Katt got
that's all legit. Yeah, that's all legit.
Yeah.
In 2018, you came to see me at the Comedy Store do it.
He didn't mean to say 2018.
Yeah, they correct him later. It was 98, 99, not 28, 19. Yeah.
2019, and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, old baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
We've helped millions of creators improve their SEO to grow their YouTube.
Said to start part stumping.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore. The way we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star.
Meanwhile, Katt is sitting so close to the edge of the couch because his feet would be dangling if he sat any further back, bro.
Look, him, Kevin Hart, both, bro. I saw Kevin Hart live. I saw him live. They are so short, though. I'm talking about dumb short.
He said he's
Like,
5'5", bro. He's 5'5". He said he's
bro,
been 5'5" since he was in 5th grade, though.
really. When you see him in person, it feels even smaller.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't
He's
write
doing an album.
jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Kat, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened. It's untrue. And there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
Now that puts Shannon in a difficult situation, though, because us as podcasters, as interviewers, you do kind of have to take what the person you're talking to's word at face value. You don't have to kind of like, hold on, let me text Kat real quick and see if this is true. Let me look this up. So it's a very difficult situation that Shannon Sharpe was in.
It is, but that's why I'm glad that Kat it started it off by giving them the props and the flowers and telling them I appreciate that you created a safe space for people to come and tell the truth.
Tell their truth, though, like their truth, you know, like that was Ricky Smiley's truth. That was Cedric's truth. This is his truth, you know?
Yeah. He's like, well, I gotta fact check you real quick.
Exactly.
So my name.
And I would love that. I mean, for me, like, I'd want to get all 3 of them up on there. I'd want to get Cedric, Ricky Smiley's, and Kat on my platform and let them hash it out right there, bro. That'd be epic.
Oh my God.
I'd kill to see that shit, bro. Shannon wouldn't even need to be there. Just let him go.
Eat popcorn.
He's just there as a bodyguard. Make sure y'all don't start fighting.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Cats on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Cat, damn, you like this?
No, that's
okay,
not.
What comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a straight.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0.
So
why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird face wife that never do an interview.
Oh, man, come on.
Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her. And they
So somebody put a post on Facebook like he's not lying. All of these dudes lined up. Their wives look like clones. All of them. Kevin, Cedric, Michael Blackson, Steve, all of their wives, these tall, skinny, light-skinned women.
It's so crazy, bro. And like what he says about Luda later, you know, we won't get to that on this one. That was when the last like 15 minutes of it, he started dropping even more bombs that were like crazy. I heard Luda came out with a freestyle in response and it was garbage. I haven't heard it yet. But
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet either. I saw it before we
yeah,
started.
exactly. I popped up on my Instagram right then. I was like, oh, damn it. But yeah, I got to check that out later.
she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude?
The legend coming in.
Yeah, I gotta hold on, let's see if I can get him this link. Oh, could you share? You shared the link. Same
Just
one I
link
gave
it.
you give it to him. Yeah.
All right.
So, you bro, come in when you can. We reviewing, talking about it. I definitely would love to hear your.
Yeah, man. Coop definitely gonna have some shit to say.
Yeah,
Tell him I just sent it to him on IG.
yeah, just send it to you on IG. Yeah, this cat, you know, he's calling out all of Hollywood right now, and that's why I had to make that post with freaking about Tyrese the other day. It was driving me insane that I saw the post like whenever it first happened, and I was just like, come on, y'all. Obviously, he's wearing that that's not a dress, but you know, I'm gonna let it slide. I'm pretty sure somebody will get it correct. So as the days were going, so many people doing podcasts and reviews, and oh, this man is, or he's sold out. Da 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 da. I'm like, all y'all got to do is go over to the Instagram video before this post and see him in Egypt with a couple of guys wearing the thong. I'm like, come on, y'all. And I just had to. I had to defend. I'm like, with all the weird and crazy stuff that's out, we want to be able to take you guys as credible. Like, there's people, journalists, podcasts that I watch, and I always thought them as credible, but now I'm questioning because y'all like went all in on this Tyrese thing without doing no type of due diligence.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely. And like the dress thing it's a weird issue because okay, there's nothing wrong with the man wearing whatever, you know, but why is it so many black actors when they hit fame are in movies that they wear dresses and things? It's like
That's a untold and unanswered conspiracy. Now, one thing that I believe is a lot of it is how do you say that word? It's not demasculated in the word. It's
well, I think it alters the go ahead.
Yeah, well, it's number one to make the man, the black man, less masculine. That's one of the agendas, and then there's so much more. Like we can go down a whole rabbit hole. That's a whole
Right.
30 conversation.
No,
But,
absolutely. But like I do gotta say, like I think that it's the powers that be, it's the white man or whatever, basically saying if you want in my world, we're going to diminish you. We're going to make sure that you are not somebody that is highly respected as a white man who would be doing the same thing.
Exactly. They want to let them know that we will do and sacrifice your pride for whatever we need.
Exactly.
So, exactly. And they put them in positions to where they're going to have him, you know, like if something happens and they are like, oh, you're not going to do this? Okay, we got this type of blackmail against you. I told Cooper on a couple of podcasts ago, a couple months ago, on one of the podcasts we did, making sure he was not in there, where I was like, the whole Jonathan Majors, the guy that played King of the Conqueror. I said, I wouldn't be surprised that now that all this is all going good for him, he's going to get approached and stuff. It's either going to be he's going to fold under the pressure. All of those little stupid allegations are going to go away, and he's going to be he's going to be at the top, or he's not going to play ball, and they're going to find things to throw at him to make him lose his situation, and that's what happened. He refused to play ball, and they gave him the business.
It takes a lot to be that strong, for real. To say no, it takes a lot. They make it seem real appealing.
And that's why Katt Williams gets blackballed the way that he does and gets trashed the way that he does. But like he says, give me the proof of any of the things that y'all accuse me of happening. There's none.
Exactly.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen.
Let me think about what the fuck to do now. Like,
I kind of
right.
Terrified.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know
Nope.
how did he get blackballed?
Yeah.
Oh,
because
because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect.
What does your video sound like? Go to artlist.io and get the best
I gotta
music
get that
and sound
YouTube
effects for your
thing.
video.
Yeah.
Information,
I was going through hell.
knowledge, and your secrets.
I had to pay.
So if you and a man was in,
I was spoiled. I was spoiled with having the YouTube premium, and not having commercials. And then I was like, well, I'm not gonna pay it. I'm gonna wait, the holidays and to do this, that, the other. Every time a commercial come, I was the most miserable person ever.
in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing.
You will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Katt because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like I did far too much work.
Straight up. I haven't seen Friday After Next in a long time, but there is one line that sticks out in my head from that movie. And when he said, "Let me check my Palm Pilot. I'm free." That's like the best damn moment of that movie. And he's not lying, bro. Like,
for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
but I
no
didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Kat. Normally, when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week.
Is it true? I don't know. I mean, the 25 years ago, Steve Harvey's not young, bro. I mean, 25 years ago, he was like 30 years old. Like,
but he said that's when he broke in the game. He broke in the game. What 20, about 25 years ago.
So he could have been homeless before that.
But that's also true. But there is a lot of footage of the old VHS tapes. So you can look on YouTube at a lot of different shows of Mark Curry with Steve Harvey opening and then doing shows. So it's like, was he doing the shows free or just who knows?
Right. I'd like to have Steve Harvey on your show now, Shannon. Like,
well, Steve Harvey was on it. Everything he's talking about is all people who are on his show talking this stuff.
He's got to have them back, bro. He's got to have them back.
If they ain't scared.
They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person.
I know you. I read that article you wrote. So what'd you learn?
Yeah. So when Kevin Hart was on and he was talking, no, it wasn't even on this. He did it in his him and Chris Rock has a documentary special that just came out on Netflix. I watched it. He talked about the sitcom and these things, and I was like, why don't I remember that? I was saying that. I'm like, I never remember him having the show or getting ready to get canceled or none of that stuff. I didn't know about this. And so that's what he's calling out right now. He's like, how come you don't remember? How come you don't remember? How come we don't never heard of this? I'm like, oh. You know?
He knows, man. And I mean, he did respond, like you said in your article, whatever. He responded with class, but it didn't prove a point, I don't think.
Exactly. Exactly.
Person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like, it's important in the checks and balances of the universe that liars not get to make complete narratives for themselves.
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. Why do you think Gary Owen can't cross over and he already white and been in comedy for 25 years? If what I say ain't the case.
Fill it out.
It's a cabal. It's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. But I'm not scared of being the competition any more than you were when you lined up across from a superior team. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources, and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
Because Shannon Sharp got to be a different person than that other person.
Absolutely.
And he always was. That doesn't change when I change teams. That remains the same. That's how a legacy is built. So all of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my penis in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, it's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did to get there.
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life.
Ready to be an e-commerce pioneer? Bluehost has step-by-step WordPress on.
So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you got to be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym, but you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
And again, that's something you have mad experience with the music industry side of it.
Yes.
You've seen people come and go. I mean, you have all the talent, all the experience, all the sign-offs that anyone needs to blow up, but you won't sell out. But you've seen people who are way less talented than you go up.
That are currently going up. And current, like, when we get home, remind me to tell you, because I know some people currently, people that have been on our radio station or on our platform that are now getting whatever, and then I can go to certain posts and show you the cryptic signs of, oh, he did sell, oh, she did sell out. And if it wasn't the case, then coincidentally, why do you have that evil demonic stuff on you? It's like, bro.
If 2 and 2 add up to 4, bro, it's 2 and 2. That's it. Like,
but people pretend that 2 and 2 equals Thomas Jefferson. I don't know why. It's crazy.
Man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some.
I want to protect him real quick because you had said for the Kings of Comedy,
Oh
It
yeah,
was in
that's
2018, 2019.
Right.
But did you mean 1999?
Yeah, you skip
Because
through
it
that.
came out in 2000.
Yeah.
So I just want to
Say,
still
so if I
Yeah.
said today that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done seeing me.
They did talk about the same thing over and over a bunch of times. That annoyed me too. Like Shannon kept going back to the pimp role, the Magic Mike. Like he just kept going back to it. And awkward times, like they had been done with the conversation for like an hour, but then that question popped up on his card and he still asked it. Like, come on now.
Doing this joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And this joke bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Can you believe we're this deep into the NFL season date? Bet on your favorite teams for a shot at winning big bucks.
I'm sorry, bro, but why can't you memorize a script? Everything he does, he's reading off of something. That drives me crazy. Look at it right now.
What's crazy is every single, even Logan Paul, even like when they do, because they have the podcast, they have sponsors, they have to read off their thing. They don't want to memorize, so they're all of them are like, yeah. So that team, every single one of them. Him, freaking Kevin Garnett. The only one that doesn't read is Stephen A. Smith.
Wow, bro. I mean, I get it, but I mean, it just makes it very unbelievable. Like, you don't believe in that product, bro. Like,
Dayton, Ohio. What was Katt Williams' upbringing like? Your parents were Jehovah's Witness. You were a prodigy. You were brilliant. You talked to me that you got accepted to college at 7 years of age. You could read fluently at 3 years of age. So having that kind of knowledge, having that kind of...
You seen this part?
Yeah.
So because right now you're getting ready to go into
his whole childhood, which is incredible. I mean, the guy is very talented. He was reading so much. He got, moved to Florida at 13 and everything, but that's really not what we're here for.
Here for the juice, here for the sauce.
I can't sleep comfortably around you.
How similar
for them, what cocaine had done for them, what heroin had done for them, what speed had done for them.
We don't gotta. I did like that part though, like how he learned to not do drugs. Like
that's true. That's true.
For them, nobody had. So it had.
Boost your revenue and drive growth with Google Ads. Reach high-value customers across the entire.
Has been spoken. Right.
I read that you was raised in Florida.
Every show to this audience.
Okay.
And that's how I was able to show my range and show that I was better than my competitors, is that I'm Katt Williams, but I was still doing clean comedy. So I was still going to churches and doing 45 minutes of stand-up at the church with that. But as you begin to get better, you begin to be able to.
Yes, sir.
Cool. What's good, bro?
What's going on? First of all, I just want to see how everybody was prepared.
Hey.
I just wanted to point that out.
Hey.
Not even playing, bro. We just
knew. I exactly. And no, I did not go and just rush and put on the shirt before I came here. No, I've been in this all day. So yeah, that was dope.
Same. It was dope.
Second, I was watching in YouTube as I was waiting on the link, but I was watching y'all. He dropped a lot of bombs that a lot of people outside of the industry or outside of knowing certain people in the industry to know that stuff that he's saying is fact is in fact true.
Yeah.
People still look at it as entertainment, and he was simultaneously, this is why I give him credit, he was simultaneously being entertaining, thought-provoking. Yes. He was grabbing people, but he also pointed out, guys, that went past so many people's head. 2024 is the age of information. It's the age of exposure. And all of these years he's been in the game, he's been presented as crazy. Oh, he on drugs. He's cuckoo. So But now that everything has already coming out prior to him coming out and laying his truth out there, people have already made a narrative about him. I personally don't know Katt Williams, but I know people that have personally been affected by Katt Williams' generosity and his realness. I know people personally that have seen this man give, expecting nothing in return, and remaining our favorite word, independent.
Yes. Yes. Do you know that his the comedians that he signed? I was telling somebody this not too a little while ago. I was like, no, bro. I'm like, Cat don't even sign the comedians that he take on tour
Right.
to him. He want
He
him to
talk-
remain independent.
He talks about it in here.
Yep.
He talks about the fact that when I bring comedians on, I don't sign them. They're not subservient to me. No, you come on as your own boss. I'm making sure that you come on as your own boss to be able to do the same stuff that I don't know, maybe this guy and that guy up there and that guy right there. The same thing we do.
Yep.
So that's why it's a lot of stuff that on here that we're going to see, and y'all can press play. We gonna see. Let's go.
To speak to your entire fan base, and that's really what's been helpful, is that I've been having the same conversation with my fan base for 12 comedy specials.
Is that what set Katt Williams apart? Is your range? Is that you can do a comedy, do 45 minutes in the church. I can go to a comedy club in front of 250, or I can go into a ring.
Huh?
Shannon is 45.
Yeah, bro. He doesn't know. Like, he is so thrown off, bro.
Let me speak to that real quick.
Trying his best to stay to these topics over here. Because
Shannon ain't trying to ruffle no feathers because, in my opinion, he already in that circle.
Absolutely.
He already has that ability and that credibility amongst those people. He's already crossed over. I don't care how much philanthropy y'all do. I don't care how much turkeys you pass out, how many little clothes you give away, how many little motorcycles or bikes y'all give out to the little kid. I don't care about none of that. You can't hide the sauciness, and you can't hide the fact. And let me point this out. Not against anybody. Live your life. Live your truth. But when you out here living in the open eye, be prepared for everything that come with it. Katt said one thing. I don't know if he got to it yet, but I'm gonna repeat it so y'all know that this is what I heard. It's only one side. It's God's side and the other side. What side you on?
Come on.
Yep. No, absolutely, man. Like, you can see Shannon cut him off. Like, he says, "Come on, Katt," like 10 times in this, and that's I swear that's him being like, no, please, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Exactly.
I promise you. I promise you.
I ain't gonna have no show after this.
Exactly, bro. Man, if that was my platform, bro, I'd have let him just keep on going. I wouldn't have stopped him.
No, but you know what? Nah, that all of this needed to be.
Damn
if
right.
it's your platform character, you know what to do in that moment. You know what to do because you know what's gonna bring it out of people. If you let them just run at it, if you let them talk, you know what's gonna come out. With them, you pointed it out. No, he's shaky. He's already in with them people. He want to do business with them people. He don't want to cut no corners or step on no toes. And I'm sorry, it's over for that.
The people you talk about are very powerful people. It came out his mouth. That's very powerful. Satan ain't got no power.
When you don't even sign a contract, when you're independent and you fund everything, then you're powerful, bro.
I'm waiting to get to the Diddy part. That was the funniest part.
He dropped him.
Sometimes you just gotta tell Diddy no.
He dropped that on who was it? It was like, damn, I forget someone else's podcast, but he dropped that thing about Diddy way before Diddy came out.
Oh yeah, a whole
way before.
He been talking. He been saying. Katt has been saying stuff over the years, but this is the smart thing that this particular interview did in the age of finding things out, us being able to go back and search and research. He has simultaneously got the most views on this man's platform. He got that in there. His name is in everybody's mouth, everybody's ear. He name dropped everything and everybody, basically, so everybody can go and fact check. If you really do your due diligence, trust me, we know all about it. I know all about people not fact checking. I know personally. So he did all of that simultaneously, all of it, and everybody ready for his next Netflix special.
Also, one thing you said, Coop, 24, the age of truth, man. This came out the day before the Epstein files dropped. Shit's happening. Shit is changing, bro. I don't care what you say. By the end of the year, it's gonna be different.
Come on.
It's already there. It's already there, guys.
Yep.
Hey, just get your popcorn.
15,000. That's range because everybody can't do that, Cat.
And not for nothing.
Well, if that's what range is called, then
what he just said, he was like, I've been having the same conversation with my fans for so and so special. I can relate. Me and Coop been having the same conversation with our platform, with our people for the last 4 years. The same thing. It ain't changed. We've just been growing. The only thing that's been changing is the brand and things of that nature. But we've been saying the same thing.
And this is part of what's going to change, bro. Like straight up, it's all connected.
Big facts.
Then yeah, it's range. But I like the people I'm talking to. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like it can't be condescending because I'm talking to my white male friend when I'm telling that white joke.
Right.
When I'm talking about this joke about this black lady, I know that black lady. That's who I'm talking to. I'm speaking to this fan base that I've been speaking to from the beginning. I already told them what I was on when I first came in. I told them they was going to come after me. They was going to cancel me. They was going to say terrible things about me and try to mess my life up. I said that coming in to stand up. I'm saying it in my
So you knew it was going to be.
It has to be. I know I'm going into the belly of the beast. How could I be naive? I know that I'm going into Satan's playground, but I'm trying to be so good that you got to bring me in so close that I can see who's doing what and what's going on in there.
In San Francisco, you joined the Nation.
I was never in San Francisco. I was in Oakland.
You was in Oakland. Did you join the Nation? Is that?
Yeah, Honorable Minister Farrakhan and I have an extremely close relationship. He refers to me as one of his sons. So, yeah, I spent a particular period of time. Let me explain.
Yes.
Because my particular background was already religious and super strict, right?
Y'all want me to run this or should I move forward?
Make a move forward.
Yeah.
I did too there. I want to be.
I do have some moments. They're coming up. I think we might go to skip some of them, but
So my comedy upbringing was in line. I got a call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base.
Go back.
All right. Okay. Right there.
Yes.
This is one that I couldn't wait to get to. Okay. Because this also points out, and I want you to back it up a little bit to where Shannon is setting it up, really. Because he asked about Wanda Sykes.
Okay,
and
now.
It's really Wanda Smith.
I just want to talk to you because.
Okay, back it up.
And you came on there. You think I don't remember that?
Sir, Wanda Sykes and Wanda Smith are two separate.
See? Right there.
And he is as disappointed in them. It looked like they looking for where the rest of them is. And so is he. And that was his set. But I understood from that point that the truth is really the commodity and the fact that we are all individuals and all separate and all our own islands, but not in real life. In real life, it's only 5 or 6 different types of people, and you're gonna see them everywhere that you go.
That's
and
true.
all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries, Spears, they all look like.
Man, what you got against Wanda Sykes? You think I don't remember that?
Sir, Wanda Sykes and Wanda Smith are 2 separate people.
I mean, Wanda Smith.
And I had only said one name, sir.
Wanda Sykes.
I'm
is amazing. I love Wanda.
And I agree.
I love Wanda. That's my girl. But I remember on the radio, you went on a radio interview. If I'm not mistaken, that's in Atlanta.
Right.
And you came on there with seemingly good intentions. And she attacked you.
It wasn't just that part. It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just wanted Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on. Right. Okay. And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't.
So the setup with that, I saw that entire thing prior, but he was there, and he'll say it in here. He was there. He wasn't there for no interview. He doesn't do interviews unless he basically controls the narrative and can sit down with people who he'll have a conversation with. So regular interviews, because he has the fan base that he has, he doesn't have to promote that he's gonna be in town or this, that, that. Once they drop it, they coming. He was there for his comedian that he put on, very famous comedian by the name of Red Grant. Red Grant is also, he travels, he tours, everything. It was Red's interview. So he wasn't there to interview. He was there to show support to Red because Red is on the show. So he was in the background. And then the setup is what he just said. Oh, well, why don't you? Basically her saying, oh, well, come on. It'll be great having you on. You just won your Emmy for Atlanta. You in Atlanta. Come on and let's talk about it. And then she went totally left because she tried to play him as a gay man. And here we go.
Flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I got to call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in? There's no gay people saying I belong over there or been over there.
You did,
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it, though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No, you either believe in karma or you don't. Because I didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend, not in jokes, with a real gun in my real face on real camera.
Her husband and the people that was with it, she got so bent out of shape because she got put in her place. Was so wrong, she probably went in, you better go, and the man showed up to the comedy show trying to kill him. Based on something you started on the radio and got put, you did it. You messed up your bag.
Yep, you definitely did.
So yeah, everybody, beware of those kind of women. Go ahead.
Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's 2 comedians. What do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. Right. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines of their job. It's really a weird situation when they hate you that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You felt she hated you at that moment because you mentioned that she said it was going to be very professional. Oh, you won an Emmy. Congratulations. You put the city on. You own for the city. Yada, yada, yada. And now, did she mention anything about the Emmy on camera?
Great content needs a great audience, like a purple dinosaur needs a hug. Can I have a hug?
I believe you saw the video and you know that none of that took place. See, the issue is that all the comedians have to come do these radio stations because you have to sell your tickets. And so that means you have to go to the radio station.
Yes.
I don't go to the radio station and I don't make posts to sell tickets. I just don't. So you've not seen me. I'm not here in some subservient position where somebody sent me over.
You here out of the kindness of your heart. You are.
No, I'm saying in the interview situation.
Yes.
Yeah, like right.
For sure.
Yeah, and this person knew I wasn't there for that
But how hard, because you have to understand, she is a female. And so you have to be careful. You have to handle her with kid gloves.
Sir. You want to go ahead and take
What was he thinking with that statement right there? You're muted, Coop. You're muted.
Let Cat get it. Let him get it.
Just that out. You don't want to be against equality, do you?
No.
What you just said was very unequal, sir.
But
I think maybe you've had enough of this. Because I think I just heard you say that women are not equal and should be treated unequally.
They want to be treated.
You mean as a comedian?
No. Listen, you understand and I understand.
Yeah.
In certain situations, they want to be treated equal. Not all situations.
And what part of what you saw her get?
She deserved everything you gave her.
What part would have been different if she was a man? It would have just been more vicious.
Yeah, that's my point.
I took all the vicious and venom away because I didn't have any. Plus, I understood. I'm not trying to offend Black women with short hair. I'm not trying to offend heavyset women. I'm not trying to upset fellow comedians. I'm not trying to do any of that. And I am qualified to be able to do none of that and still eviscerate you because I'm smart enough to know that I need to say that you have gnarled fingers because I know your limited education means you don't know what the word means.
Not gonna lie, I got no idea what that word means. I got no idea.
So you can't possibly
Coop, you're muted again.
Oh no, he wasn't talking.
Respond to it. You're not sure of the meaning. And I'm going to continue hitting you because this is what comedians do.
Right.
You've been masquerading that you're a comedian too. And that's the fallacy.
So
nobody in boxing fights out of their weight class. If you're a 130 pounder, you don't just show up with the 160 pounders. You stay in your weight class.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No.
That she was out of her league when it came to, because
I didn't want to do any of it.
I know you didn't want to, but once she took it there, did you feel that you had to go there? Oh, you
go where?
You could have said, Wanda, I didn't come here for that. I just want to do the interview. I just want to talk about what happened.
Oh, you misunderstand my job. My job is to be funny.
Come on, right there, straight up, and to the point and compliment that you gave earlier, you were slaughtering all of them while still doing job number one. Be funny.
Yep.
Ridiculously clever. Listen, throughout this, and this wasn't an interview. This was not an interview, y'all. This was an interview disguised as a bit with truth sprinkled.
Oh yeah.
All up and through. It was masterfully done.
Katt is incredibly intelligent.
This was a public massacre.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. There you go. I likened it to him lining everybody up like in one straight line, right? Yeah. And taking a big excursion Mack truck, and then realizing he left something all the way at the beginning and then bloop, 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 backed it up, and then proceeded to go again. That like
it's bad in practice for him right now.
Yeah.
Said straight home runs.
Job is to be funny first. My first job is to be funny. My second job is to be respectful. My third job is to be immaculate and Gaza strip it. That's non-political. I'm saying if you do it, you let a terrorist accidentally touch over here, and I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. It'll literally be rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing. Why? Because that's why you should mind your business. This is what F around and find out is about.
Right. Have you ever been booed, Kat?
See, dumb question. Did not even ask that right then.
But we know why.
Yeah.
He's trying his best.
Trying to
I have.
get him to turn.
What was that feeling like? Did it like want to give up? Because we don't, I mean, because when you have, I mean, I don't know how early it was in your career. Obviously, it hadn't
come around here.
Here's one thing
All
you
right,
need
so
to do before
the
buying
part we're about to
anything
get
online.
to
Don't
is one part I want to play because really like it annoyed me so much how he did the questions. I understand he's trying to drive the conversation a certain way, but we were finished talking about Money Mike like 45 minutes ago, right? Like they had this whole long conversation. He explained every single intricate detail that you could possibly know about that part already, and then Shannon
all day long. I can't even imagine the just to not be good at what you do, not work hard at what you do, but have to act like you're the best at what you do. It is crazy. It's crazy.
But they be touring. They be doing like 100 shows a year.
Is you still waiting on him to do his first special? You mean to tell me if Steve Harvey your favorite comedian,
I mean, Steve got other
stand up. Who cares that they wrote a placard for you to do Family Feud on? Like you're successful because we're surprised you can talk for a living and it's entertaining that you're gonna say some funny country things. But not a writer.
Right.
Not a writer.
How did you develop Money Mike and get it? I mean, everybody talk Money Mike. How did you come up with that and said, you know what, this is how he should dress.
He was lost.
This is how he should.
Yeah.
He was lost in the sauce. Listen.
Yeah, he was looking like another interviewer I know.
He was gone. Nah, it ain't that. He being drunk and being inebriated on marijuana is two different things. Having liquor in your system and it actually affects you totally different than marijuana does. So that's one. Two, he ain't nothing like me because he can't talk. He can't talk. No, I'm saying in general, like he can't.
Yeah.
He is not coherent.
Yeah.
He is not available to keep you on time. Like I don't want him asking no questions. Nothing against his playing ability or nothing, you know what I mean? Nothing against Shannon Sharp, but he wasn't qualified to do this interview. Now, on the flip side,
he was perfect.
It's perfect television. It's perfect because he ain't qualified to do those type of interviews.
This is the one thing I give Shannon. This platform, he always said that, like, and he let it be known. If y'all looking to have some Larry King type interview, something like that, that's where y'all go. This, I always say, when he any type of TV show, he always call it a conversation. We're gonna talk. Let's talk about stuff. Hopefully, we can get to y'all to say some stuff that the audience didn't ever heard before. So I give him that. I was saying that stumble reminded me of another interviewer I know. I mean, of the light skin.
Of the extra light skinned.
Yeah.
You know what? What? Let me back it up because I know exactly. Is he of beige? Is he like the color of what Shannon got on right now?
He definitely is, but
he is that color.
Yeah.
He is that color.
Yeah,
However, hold on before we press play on this character, that what you described as far as being annoyed by some of the questioning is exactly how I felt throughout the entire interview. Dude, I was just, if it was a way to just hear Katt answer those questions without, you know what I mean, I could have done with that. However, looking at how sweaty he was without seeing all the sweat perforate through the suit and all of that, he was terrified of what could possibly happen. He was terrified in the moment. Every truth bomb, every dig. So yeah, the Money Mike thing, him revisiting him is a scary moment because he was already touching on something. Katt was getting ready to go into a whole nother realm of what he was talking about. Because a lot of what he was talking about too, y'all, not for nothing, it was very, very spiritual.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very spiritual. It is touching the spirit realm and letting people know that there's spiritual warfare within that industry, that if you're not in tune with who you are and you're not standing on your square and you're not standing on your principles, you're gonna fall for any and everything at the illusion of fame and fortune.
Yep.
Absolutely. And bro, I feel you. Like I was watching the whole thing with my lady, and like there's so many times I look at her, I'm like cringing because of what he's asking. Like, oh my God. Like,
and have you watched any of his other interviews?
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I have.
So the other interviews, the majority of them, all of them, everyone I've seen, nobody is challenging him. It's a conversation. He wasn't ready for Katt.
No,
he wasn't.
And Katt was genius for him. Katt knew. Oh, because remember how he started it. I love that you created a safe space for people to be able to come on and tell.
He was warning him, bro.
And he dropped on him that, hey, I don't talk to people unless it's people like Larry King. Larry King is the legend that's dead and gone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He say he could and really think about it. He don't jump if he's not doing a press junket promoting a movie or something like that. He doesn't do press. He don't have to. That's the difference between him and a Kevin Hart. A Kevin Hart has to go and sell the movie. A Kevin Hart, they have to go and make those appearances and talk to press junkets to get the movie over or get whatever product. Or Katt don't have to do that, especially in the comedy world. And that's what he telling people he winning. People are comparing him not having TV shows and all of these other things, or him not having the things that y'all have, as him not being successful. However, because of just the comedy world alone, comedy, stand-up, him being independent and putting on his own and I'll use this as an example, Blaze It Up Radio Premium Live events, him putting his own events and stuff together and being able to partner with Netflix in these places to garner that every time I put out a special, I'm guaranteed from you guys at least 8 figures. Y'all do y'all own math. Meanwhile, everybody else is partnering up with everybody and got to split it. And then the company's getting this much, and you as the owner not getting shit. He said one line in here y'all we ain't get to yet. My bank account is I'm one of the wealthiest men that you'll ever meet.
Yep. Buddy said my bank account's got less than my last royalty.
Come on.
All right, so I know Blaze only has like 30 minutes left, so I'm gonna keep jumping through these moments that I have marked.
Go ahead, jump through the moments.
A good job at it.
Create amazing videos of the highest quality with artless templates.
You can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not gonna come later on and tell you I never even read the whole script. So how you know what Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk, that all I had said was, just can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out?
So
and then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be.
We're approaching a moment where he says some shit about Chris Tucker, like drops a bomb, Chris Tucker bomb about the Epstein Island thing. So I just want to.
And them going, oh yeah, no problem. And then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was. I'm on the way.
What does it mean for you?
Well, the ungrateful bastards that would say anything about Cube's payment, you shouldn't even talk to them anymore. Like, you don't go to Goodwill. You don't go to a Goodwill thrift store and go, look at all this cheap ass shit. Why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up? You could have went to Hermes. Why you didn't go to Balenciaga? Why you didn't get a bowl of the Balmain? You want to have that conversation? Right. What you mean, the independent black dude who's filming it partly out of his fucking pocket? What you mean he didn't pay you enough? They weirdos. weirdos that felt like they earned the opportunity because they were big. No,
Yeah.
I understood.
That ain't no $200 million movie. Well, I mean, how much did you expect you was gonna make?
Well, I made enough to get them teeth fixed just like you did.
Yeah.
So I it was no harm, no foul. I knew that I was gonna go from there, and there was no
turning back for Katt Williams.
Well, here's the thing. I wrote it. What I'm saying if I did it and I did a good job at it, you can thank me. I was involved.
Right.
I'm not gonna come later on and tell you I never even read the whole script. So how you know what roles? What do you mean you never read the like these guys' whole job is to present something, unfortunately. And I'm just not a presenter. If you ask me a question, I'm just going to tell you the truth of how it went.
Would you be willing to do another Friday?
Cube already asked me to write it. I was supposed to have been writing it. This is what these guys are mad about. Like, we lost some great people before this movie could come out regardless. Right. And so, yes, there desperately needs to be one. But we miss John Witherspoon in a way that can't really be quantified, if I'm being honest with you. And the Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey.
Oh, Lord.
Whew. If I didn't know no better, I'd tell you he's the greatest. I don't care what you say. To be confident and not delusional is a real skill. Most of these confident people we see is really delusional.
Now, I've heard that Chris Tucker didn't do the next Friday because he is like a proponent of medical marijuana, and he didn't want to portray a character that just made it seem so stupid.
There was a whole lot more than that, though.
It was a lot more.
Yeah,
it was a lot more than that. But what Katt just did in that moment is just basically saying the soul was sold and has been sold. It's a different version. It's not the person before he went to the island. Before he went to the island, he didn't do Rush Hour.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, after he did Rush Hour, then he went to the, you know what I'm saying? He skyrocketed. And then at that level, at face value to us, the media can put out what they want to put out. But at that level, Cube or the studio or nothing could pay him to be Smokey again as a character, as opposed to after he done already been Detective James Carter.
Come on.
You get what I'm saying? So the
sense.
mindset, I'm not coming back to do just because I love you, but that come on, black people, I'm not coming back to do what y'all want me to do, and taking little to, you know what I mean, to revise this character that I'm way past, and I'm trying to be. The man just played Michael Jordan's agent or whatever in Air.
Yeah.
So yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But that's still not taken away from Katt knowing that the nigga went to that island. He did. His name on the flight log. He did. Him and his friend Bill Clinton, who they talking about first. But we'll talk about that in this issue. Get you canceled or some
That'll be another stream.
Another stream.
Well, you don't think they asked Chris Tucker to come back in the second Friday?
Look how stupid
Smokey was all in Smokey. There ain't no Friday without Smokey.
We all agree to that, and there's no next Friday without Friday, and there's no Friday after next without
Friday. We talk about the road because you said that they don't.
Here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. Chris was allowed to make the decision. At the time that this is happening, Katt Williams is known for smoking weed. Willie Nelson is known for smoking weed. Right. Snoop's known for smoking weed, but none of us is really known except Willie. And I'm saying, Chris Tucker didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed. He don't smoke weed like that.
Right.
He in the church. Michael Jackson's best friend. Christmas. Michael Jackson called him Christmas. You ever met a man that gave you a little nickname like that?
No.
Me neither. Must be the greatest.
Man, I ain't gonna be able to get nobody back. I ain't gonna be able to get no more comedians.
They all coming.
No, they ain't.
Are you kidding?
Nah.
Hey, I
A
promise
good thing
you.
I done got all the rest of them. I done got the ones.
I promise you, everybody trying to double back. You're gonna be having to beat them off with a stick. You gonna let him? They're coming. Much as.
You're on Def Comedy Jam, Comic View. What were those experiences like? What do you remember most about?
Epidemic Sound have advanced search filters to help you.
Oh, Katt.
I ain't gonna be able to get nobody.
Live it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would understand that part.
You financed your first stand-up. You had 20. It cost you $22,000. You had 25 to your name.
Yep.
Why did you decide to do that?
That's the responsibility. And how can I be looking for you to put me on times? The part that I'm able to do it all across her. Just the guy they're kicking around, just the one who might mentally not be all there. He's the one picking the outfits, writing this guy's material, booking the shows, making sure he gets there. He's the one hiring that's the end goal. So if that's the end goal and I'm there when I start, why would I deviate from that?
Right.
Remember, my goal was to get this far in Hollywood and still have a virgin asshole. And never has sucked a penis. That was my only goal. I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not gonna act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror and they could take your rabbit ass down in...
I don't blame him. I don't.
2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that. And remember, I told you the drug story from when I'm in the park.
Yeah.
So these are just the things. I had all of those when I came in. I already was ready for that. That's what they don't like.
I did not know. You're telling me and showing me a side of the business that I didn't know.
I call bullshit.
You guys are, man, the competition, the competitiveness.
You've been an athlete all this time, bro. You know.
I don't care.
Going on. You know. It's
absolutely
been, Hollywood ain't different from goddamn being an athlete. Nigga, you part of it. You know.
You've been part of it.
You've been part of it. You know.
That's why he has this fucking show, bro.
Come on.
They selling Coke. You wouldn't believe the things that Coca-Cola says about Pepsi.
Thanks.
You wouldn't believe the water conversations between Dasani and Liquid Death.
Thanks. And I know
like in all
Coca-Cola. My boy Pino used to work at Coca-Cola. Boy, the people there at that facility, I'm talking about, you let you look like you can say the word Pepsi, you fired.
Bro, you're not. I did some shoots at the Coca-Cola, the headquarters in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You are not allowed to bring Red Bull in that building. If you're done. If you bring Red Bull, I don't care what you're doing there. You're done.
You get tackled by security.
Yep. Because the dude who made Red Bull tried to pitch it to Coke while he worked there. They said he was an idiot, so he left, and now Red Bull is Red Bull, bro. Like
business in all sport. Competition is a driving force. And I don't require anybody to be better. Who am I? I just require if you're a loser and you've taken shortcuts at every chance and you've made sure that you didn't put anybody on that really had a work ethic and was a God-fearing person and you helped it. If that was never you, then don't act like that's you.
Come on.
Don't get out here now that you don't do stand-up and start acting like, oh, you're not sure why you don't do stand-up no more. I heard you got run off.
Now, this is, again, Coop, you weren't here when we were talking about it earlier, but this is all the same shit y'all deal with in the music industry. You've seen it a million times. Tell me about what you think of that, Coop. You're muted.
I know, I just got it. He not lying. Like, I feel like you gotta stand for something, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta stand for something, man. And truth be told, listening to Blaze and a lot of things that he went through on the other side, I really felt like he was in a position to where he got to see behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And once you see behind the curtain, and that's like once you become aware of your actions, right? Once you know, and then you still choose to go that route, I have no remorse. I have no, I don't say nothing to me. I ain't with you. I'm not on that end. I'm not on that side. And I think that's the one thing for us. Before we became in business and got in business and really realized, like, we established before we had any paperwork signed, we was already aligned together on our values and on what we're not going to accept on our network, what we're not going to feed into, what we're not jumping into, what we're not signing, what we're not doing. We're not involved in any of that crap in no way, shape, form, or fashion, and been standing on our square and gonna continue to move like that.
In 2021, me and Coop was offered a position to give. They get half shares, and we get half shares of the Signature Series Network. We offered first it was 200 million. Then it jumped up to, or not 200 million, 200,000. Then he threw it up to 500,000. Then he threw it up to 700,000. And then finally he's like, look, 950,000 right here. Do it. That's it. And we were like, no, we're not giving shares or we're not getting no, because now, especially at 50%, you can do anything, and because you 50% share owner, we can't say no. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And two, he wanted us to do things that we just wasn't gonna be down with. Yeah, we could have unlimited money. Yeah, our stuff would be all over the place and all of that. But no, that means he wanted us to number one, I'm gonna say this first. I have no issue with the alphabet community, LGBTQ. I don't have no issue with y'all, no quarrel with y'all. Want to follow y'all. Live y'all life.
And to tag in on this disclaimer, I have none. Of course, obviously, my son is a part of that community. My oldest son. Love you dearly, son. But this ain't got nothing to do with y'all and how you live your life. This is what the principle we stand on and what we're going by. Continue.
Exactly. So one of the clauses of getting this money and making this deal was to, all right, we just want you guys to make sure that you are the spokesperson for a lot of the pride activity that they're going to do. They had a lot of different festivals, a lot of shows, and they just wanted us as the network, because they wanted an independent network that they could have the money and power over, that wasn't controlled by Hollywood and everybody, to push out the narrative. So they say, you don't have to do none of that. We just need you guys to show that you support it. But that ain't right. If I don't support it like that, if I'm not involved with it like that, why am I going to lie and do it? I don't give a damn if it was $950,000 or $9 million, or $9 million, $9 million. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. And again, I have nothing against it. Hell, one of the vocalists I recorded today is of that community. Cool dude. I don't got no problem with it. It's just that that's not me. If I'm not no crackhead, you're not gonna see me at the crack house. You know what I'm saying? Why?
And on top of that, I like how they tried to form you. You got to listen, and it ties right into what Katt has been saying throughout this entire interview. You got to listen to how it was formulated. You'll have all of this. You'll have the access. You'll have the finances to be able to do the things that you all need to do. You'll have this. You'll have all the things that the only thing that you're lacking is the finances, and we could take care of that for you and have it up. But you got to come and stand on this. And the reason why we love you so much, or we like what you're doing so much, is because you're not pigeonholed and you're not, beholden to what's going on in the industry. But simultaneously, that's what y'all trying to do to us.
Yeah.
Again, we ain't got nothing against you, but that's what you trying to do by dangling money, thinking we finna jump just because it's not going down.
And it all goes back to everything that Blaze didn't agree to when he was making all the moves in the main industry, the primary industry, is superstardom does not equal happiness.
Nope.
Blaze is happy. Coop is happy. Y'all love what you do. You wake up and you get to make the decisions of what you're gonna do, what you're gonna push. So it's that's happiness. And if you stand on what you believe in and who you are and what you want to do, and don't agree to take the people's money that are gonna control you,
exactly,
then that's happiness.
Exactly. And then when you take, understand, it's always a price. It's always a price. As soon as you take
It's
that,
always a price.
as soon as you take that, I know. And again, I ain't gonna say names on it because some of these people were people, but I know people personally who years and years ago, when we were coming up, took these same deals that I wouldn't take. And number one, they lost their whole career and everything that they wanted to do. Now they're not even up to par to anything they want to do. And then when they got out and they were free, and now that whatever that contract is over, now they're kind of trying to rebuild. Something's going on in their life that's so devastating that they can't either. This particular person have somebody that's on the trial, like not trial, locked up. It's like it's so many different crazy things.
That's what happens when you sell your soul. Like he said, the devil can't get blessings. Like if you are aligned with evil, then everything good that you get is going to come with something worse.
Come on.
All right,
You gotta be mindful. You have to be mindful of, one, what are you really getting in this for?
Yes.
And two, what are you trying to do to sustain it? What are you willing to do? And then know your limit. If you think you're willing to do this much for this much, man, you better really think twice. Really think twice.
It's all about, and it's more than just the industry. Just us as people. You know what I'm saying? Understand that. Don't put yourself in crazy situations. I'm someone who enjoys my peace. You feel me? I enjoy my peace. If I'm gonna get in a relationship, I'm not gonna get with a psychopath. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get with peace. I'm not gonna put myself in position to turn a peaceful woman into a psychopath. Before I got with my girl, I was a guest on this show called it was a podcast that I did called Girls Talk with a Male Perspective. So it was a bunch of girls on it. So the dynamic that they loved about me was I worked with some of the girls.
He left.
Okay.
Here, all of us went away. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, what I said, of course I flirted with the girls, things of that nature. But once I got into a relationship, and they were like, "Oh, season 2, let's do it." No, I can't do it. Sorry, but I'm not gonna be that same person. I don't even want my girl to ever feel like I'm interested in somebody else. I don't go. I'm not going out to nightclubs, things of that nature without her. If it's something on business, we going. Like for example, Marvin Ross did a performance at this club, opening up for Young Joe in Atlanta. Yeah, I was out there. Totally different. We out there on business. But to just go out, have fun, chill with the fellas, people his homeboys hit me up all the time. Yo, dog, you going out on the town for what? No, I only need a wingman. Why? What if a wing? You're gonna get me killed, the girl killed, and everybody out here in downtown killed. No, we're not doing it.
Yep.
So you gotta stand on principle, man. You gotta stand for something.
All right, Blaze, you gotta wrap it up soon, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna run this. There's a couple, but we'll get as far as we can. All right.
And just taking it. I just been getting a country where we don't pay the teachers, and then we say the kids is the most important thing. You can't have both of them. If you do that, we're gonna end up with a generation.
Right. Y'all, we could kill it here and like just run another one later.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's redo it. Because he get right here. And we gotta And
the last 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes will have us on here for an hour, bro.
But look, let's start it from 220. Let's start it from here and run it that way. You get what I'm saying? When we come back on, let's set it up for later on.
All right,
let's set it up for later on.
Real talk.
And keep these on.
Oh hell yeah,
same
bro.
shirts
Hell
on
yeah.
and run from there. Yeah.
All right, let's go, guys.
All right.
Peace out, anybody watching. Thank you for watching. Come back later. We're coming back.
I know what time it is, man. We out this beast.
Peace up.
You know what I'm saying? I always got to run to get it out too. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know how we do, man. It's your boy Blaze Hunter, a nice one. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah! What? Blaze on the beat, by the way.